Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a situation that actually happened last year in a very small town in Arizona. Before we get into it though, I do want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things way more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up. And over there, we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. And there's a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section and what each tier offers before you join. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And I'm also on Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is the platform that I post links to a lot of the things that I like, use, and things that you guys ask about, like hair products, makeup products, furniture items, all different kinds of stuff. I post those over on my Like to Know It. And all of those platforms are linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. So, okay, today we're going to be talking about Jarrett Brooks. And you guys, I'm going to try to keep this as simple as I can, because I feel like this is, man, it's a tough situation. I found myself with so many more questions than answers about this situation. And then I found myself deep into researching so much that I had to pull myself back. So I'm going to do the best that I can by telling y'all this story with the public information that's already out there. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell y'all my opinion, and we'll talk about a few more things. So make sure you stay to the end if you want to know my opinion. So in 2023, last year as of now, Jarrett Brooks was 16 years old and he was living with his family in Joseph City, Arizona. Jarrett was homeschooled along with his 7 other siblings. And it is also said that he had a pretty great, or like a typical teenage lifestyle. I mean, he played baseball, he wrestled, he rode horses. I mean, he was involved in a lot of things, and Jarrett was always on the go. According to his family, Jarrett was the family clown. He loved to make people laugh, and he had an incredible sense of humor and an infectious smile. His mother, Laura, says that during the summers, he spent a lot of his time working on the ranch. And she says for fun, Jarrett liked to go swimming in the pool, that he would go golfing, and that he would also go to the creek with his friends. But as teenagers sometimes do, Jarrett got into a bit of trouble. Like one time, on July 3rd, Jarrett had taken one of his family's vehicles off-roading, which he ended up damaging the vehicle while doing this. Now, not only that, but this was actually the 4th time that Jarrett had done this, even though he had been told not to take the vehicles off-roading anymore. And I can totally see with a 16-year-old how this could not only happen, but be a problem, right? He gets in the truck or the car or the vehicle with his friends. They're out there, snatching the wheel around, doing donuts, comes back, the car's scratched up, the side view mirror is hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? And he probably had the time of his life, but when he got home, his parents were flipping out. Now, because of this, Jarrett's mother decided that she was going to ground him. Like, okay, you're not listening. This is the 4th time you've taken the vehicle out there, and now you done messed it up. So you're grounded. You can't do nothing. Now, when Laura, his mother, grounded him, she had no idea that this would be the last time that she would possibly ever see her son. The following morning, on July 4th of 2023, Jarrett got up around 6 a.m. Laura, his mother, was getting ready to take a shower when she ran into Jarrett in the hallway. Jarrett goes up to his mom in typical teenage fashion and goes, "Mom, am I just grounded from driving, or am I like grounded? Am I grounded from everything?" And she said, "Jarrett, you are grounded from everything. You ain't got no cell phone. You're not leaving the house. Like, I'm done telling you, basically. And you're grounded from everything." Laura, his mother, went on to take her shower, But about an hour later, she realized that Jarrett was nowhere to be found. He was gone. She figured whatever plans that Jarrett had, they must have been super important because he left the house knowing dang good and well that he was not supposed to go anywhere and that he was grounded. So Laura went out looking for him. Laura said that she drove the 4th of July parade route in order to see if maybe he was out there. And for those of you guys that are not here in the U.S., the 4th of July is America's Independence Day. Laura said that she drove around the park, and she drove around all the areas where she knew that the local teens would hang out on the 4th of July, and still, everywhere that she went, she could not find Jarrett anywhere. She even started calling his friends, and none of them had seen or heard from him that morning. Now, at this point, not only was Laura beginning to get really worried, but so was his father, Brian, and the rest of the family. Brian said that Jarrett was a very social teen, so the fact that no one had heard from him was very concerning. That's when they decided to go ahead and call the sheriff's office. When they got a hold of the sheriff's office, this began a full-blown search around the town for Jarrett. Officers even went to the Brooks home to see if Jarrett left any of his electronic devices at home for them to go through. They ended up finding Jarrett's phone and they went through it, and they also went through his gaming systems to see who he had been talking to while he was gaming and if there were any clues in any of those devices. As the investigators were going through the family's home security system, this is when they came across a picture from a camera near the family's gun safe that showed Jarrett placing a firearm into his waistband. This was very concerning to the investigators. Then a nearby rancher said that he saw someone crossing his pasture heading west away from town. Now, this west away from town was the opposite direction of where all of the 4th of July celebrations would be taking place that day. The person that the rancher told the investigators that he spotted matched perfectly with the description of Jarrett. The rancher said that the person was wearing dark clothes, carrying an actual handgun, and had his pants tucked into white boots. Jarrett's favorite boots were white. The sheriffs immediately brought the dogs out to try to pick up on Jarrett's scent trail. The dogs did pick up on a scent and they followed it all the way past the rancher's home, but then the track just stopped. After hours of searching the area, Jarrett still wasn't found. The rancher said that it seemed like the person that he spotted was in a hurry. When the rancher told Jarrett's father, Brian, that, Brian said, well, Jarrett did have long legs. The rancher clarified that it looked like the person was hoofing it. So meaning it's not just long legs. He wasn't just walking with long legs, he was hoofing it. He was heading somewhere. Laura and Brian, Jarrett's parents, said that because of that, they believe that Jarrett was on his way to meet someone. They think that it must have been someone that he had just met, and that's why he ended up taking the firearm as precaution. They say that they don't believe that Jarrett was in a bad state of mind.
I think that little red warning light was going off in his head that said, this is probably okay, but just in case, I'm going to have a way to protect myself.
Now, there are some rumors swirling like they typically do these days. One that I will talk about is the investigators looked into any possible connection to a 2004 case where Brian and Laura both accepted plea deals on charges of public sexual indecency. By the way, this is a really great spot to let y'all know. Like I always try to let y'all know, I am not a professional. I find all of my information from very public sources that are out there. Please go do your own research, form your own opinions. Everything in this video is alleged. I don't know any of these people. When I began to research this 2004 case, because I just could not figure out, why did people keep bringing this up? This is 20 years ago. Why are they, obviously the parents got in trouble for something. The way that it sounded was this public indecency. Okay, maybe 20 years ago they were out in public somewhere and they were getting down or whatever. But that wasn't exactly what this couple was accused of. They were accused and accepted plea deals for doing things that were quite disturbing and questionable. However, that was 20 years ago, and officials have since said that there is no evidence that supports any sort of connection or correlation between that incident and what has happened with Jarrett.
Also looking into any possible connection to a case in 2004 in which Brian and Laura Brooks accepted plea deals on charges of public sexual indecency.
100% false.
Unequivocally false. You can ask.
DCS has been here
DCS
twice
has
in the
been
last
here.
year.
Our kids have been forensically interviewed.
Police say they've looked into every allegation.
We have absolutely looked for a connection. There is no evidence to support that there is any sort of connection or correlation between that incident in the early 2000s and today.
The Brooks say they've endured harassment on top of heartbreak and just want to keep the focus on finding Jarrett.
A year's a damn long time. A year's a damn long time not having your son and not knowing. I mean, it sucks.
Now, regardless, they believe that Jarrett is still alive and that he's still out there somewhere. They also think that he is being held in some sort of bad situation.
I am asked all the time, a mother has a great intuition when it comes to her kids. I've had gut feelings, about my kids in the past, and they're typically true. My gut tells me he's out there, but he's not safe. He's in a bad situation and he just can't get out. And so we need to come together to help him out of that bad situation.
According to Jarrett's family, though, they say that he left the house with no ID, he had no money, he had no backpack, he had no clothing, no cell phone, no nothing. There have been multiple possible sightings that has been reported, including one recently in Texas, but none have turned out to be credible. And then when you think about all these people saying that they've seen him here and all these different places around Arizona as well, it just kind of seems like that happens a lot of the times when somebody goes missing. Like with Sebastian Rogers, I have seen photos in Facebook groups of people that look like Sebastian that they have taken at different rest areas, and it pans out to not be him. Or you think about the Lacey Peterson case, right? Where all of these neighbors said that they saw Lacey Peterson at a certain time, but then it wouldn't have been possible because of other certain times of things that happened. But nevertheless, none of the sightings so far of Jarrett have turned out to be him or led to any kind of clue that would lead investigators to believe they knew where he is. Now, the sheriffs have said that since it's been a year and there's no signs of life, they are now treating this case as a possible homicide investigation. They want the public to know Jarrett Brooks would now be 17. He is 6 foot tall with brown eyes and blonde hair. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt with America across the front, blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a baseball hat. Anyone with information on Jarrett Brooks should contact the Navajo County Sheriff's Office in Arizona at 1-928-524-4050. So to wrap this all up and give my opinion, you have a 16-year-old, according to his mother, that gets in trouble for off-roading in the vehicle, and he gets grounded on 4th of July. He asks his mom that morning, am I grounded, or I just can't drive? And she says, no, you're grounded. He leaves out the house while she's in the shower, takes a firearm with him, is seen by a rancher, is seen on a photo, and hasn't been seen from since. Again, there are many theories that are going around about this. A really good friend of mine seems to think that he left and ended it all. I don't believe that. And a lot of people do think that that is what happened. I don't think that as of now because of the area. If you see the footage of the area where he was seen walking and the fence that he was seen going through, there's not any trees. I mean, it is a very open area, very open ranch area. And the cops were flying drones and helicopters. I just have to believe that they would have found him out there somewhere. I mean, it's not like he had days and days and days and days to be missing and his body could have been anywhere. He was reported missing not long after he was gone and his mother could not find him. I believe one of two things happened. I believe he either went to meet somebody. Maybe that's why he asked his mom, am I grounded from just not driving? Because he thought he would just walk and meet whatever friend he was going to meet. Because from what I can see, the dogs stopped picking up on the scent right at that road, like he possibly could have got into somebody's vehicle, okay? I think And I don't know what happened from there. Is he hiding out somewhere? Did he run away? Or did he get in the vehicle with somebody and something else happened? Or he could have been walking across somebody's property that saw him carrying what he was carrying, and maybe something else happened. I don't know. But I do not think he took his own life. I don't believe that. And I cannot imagine what it's like for a family to just have one of their teenagers, a sibling, just leave one day and they have no idea. They have no answers. So what do y'all think? Again, like I said, like in a lot of these cases, there are a lot of rumors out there, but I just don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And again, if you have any real information on the whereabouts of Jarrett, please contact the number that I flashed across the screen earlier. And other than that, I love you guys. Thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.